Unafraid Part
Hello,
2.
everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Horror Asylum. I swear to you guys, this will be the last time I'll be, well, just an ass on the screen. So this is Mother Supreme, Mary Girl Moody. And tonight we have, of course, the awesome and amazing Casey.
Hello, everyone.
And of course, we have the awesome Sister Supreme herself, Tammy Sifford.
Oh, I got a title.
Yeah, we're going to call you Sister
Wow.
Supreme.
Hi, guys.
That best make me Brother Supreme.
Yes, Casey, of course it does.
No, it should make you Child Supreme or something like that. I feel like Casey's our kid.
Fetus Supreme.
Fetus Supreme. Oh, it's right there, and right there. And see, just join it. There you go.
Okay.
So, yeah, guys, we are excited to talk about episode 5 tonight. Sorry, I was just helping my son real quick. And I apologize. I should have my laptop fixed where you guys can at least see my face. I promise you I am not horribly disfigured right now, and I will resort to some form of myself other than just a talking ass on the screen.
I don't think most people have a problem with it, though.
No, I don't think so.
And it's free promotion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
good point, Casey.
Well, guys, welcome. Let's first welcome BRT. He was first, or she was first tonight. And then Chase, what's up, Chase? Exclamation point. RT.
You ordered your book from Barnes and Noble, Mary.
Oh, Chase! Exclamation point. You are amazeballs. Thank you so much. Andrew, it's so great to have you here. And Nate's FX9. And of course, my OG sub, Omar. And let's see, Philip Morgan, and Dominic Summers. Hey, it's so nice to have you. And Terry
Love the
Ward.
name Dominic now.
Dominic? Oh, yeah. I like that. And then we have Marchie K. And yeah, so far that's who we have. But you guys, please give us a like and the thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate that very much. And we're going to talk about American Horror Story Asylum episode 5 tonight. And I really hope that you guys have watched it because I have not.
Sad Mother Supreme, Sister Supreme.
Bad girl.
I'm so sorry.
We'll send you to Sister Jew to get caned.
Oh, shit. Dude, please don't do that. That will hurt.
Before we start talking about it, though, Mary, I have a question for you.
What's up?
When did Murder by Alpha start getting sold by Barnes & Noble? Because I'm at the website and they're selling it now.
Well, whenever I signed for up to Create Space to exclusively publish my book, I had an option to just use other sources like Barnes & Noble's, their stores, and their online stuff. In order to sell my book. So I utilized that option and they did. What's up, Jose and Mario? Thomas Perry? Yeah, so my book is literally it does take a little bit of time for it to get into like the stores. But right now it's on their websites and it will take about 6 months for it to actually get into their stores. So
wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I guess we should start out with the episode.
Let's do it. Now, Asylum episode 5. Now, I just got to admit that this has been a wonderful season. I mean, we're only on episode 5, and I feel a tremendous difference in watching this season than I do Murder House. Am I the only one who's alone on this?
No, absolutely not. And I think I almost, hopefully, I think I speak for all of us when we say after rewatching Murder House, I think it might be all of our least favorite seasons.
Yes.
Exactly.
Also,
I just wanted to update you guys about my favorite seasons. Fortunately, I've been able to rewatch all 6 seasons since I got out of school, which was a week ago. No joke. I rewatched all of them.
That's so awesome.
And Hotel is still my favorite, obviously, but I have a new second favorite season.
Okay.
It's actually Roanoke.
Really?
Wow.
Rewatching Roanoke, I had all the feels. It was so good.
I need to rewatch it when it gets on Netflix.
I agree, Tammy, completely. And I wish I could. I wish I would have downloaded it from my DVR before I surrendered it back to AT&T. when we switched services. And I feel like an ass that I didn't, because I could go back now and watch it, because I DVR every season of American Horror Story until I purchased them.
Oh,
So
obviously. They had it for sale on iTunes when I bought it for $20, and I was like, of course.
And
So
real
what?
quick, guys,
Sorry.
real quick, Casey, before we actually start going into the synopsis of the episode, I do want to say, guys, don't forget to stay tuned for the book title that Casey is going to give you for our contest. Every single episode of Beyond the Horror for Asylum, we're going to give you the title of a book, write it down, send it to Casey, and I apologize. I will put the link in the description right now. But send it to Casey. Do it every single week until we're done. And then we're going to take your name, if you got them all right. And on a live episode, we're going to draw a winner. And that winner is going to get a $20 gift card from us to Amazon. So that way you can purchase anything you want off of Amazon, whatever you want, American Horror Story or not. So don't forget to
Very
look out for
cool
the book title.
prize.
Yes.
Oh, and Mary, you want to mention the super chat?
Oh, yes, guys. And if you want to help donate to those prizes that we give away here on Beyond the Horror, please hit the dollar button. It is underneath the chat button beside the
Right
emoji.
next to the emoji.
Yes. And you can donate anything from $1 to, I don't really know what the limit is. It doesn't really matter. But you can certainly donate to help to the channel, to us. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to start giving away prizes on the weekly Wednesday live stream due to how successful the super chat has
That's
been.
awesome. Thanks to you guys.
Yes.
Yes
Awesome
to super
fan.
chat.
Hey, Mary,
Um,
read Omar's comment. Can you see it?
My best friend Michelle told me to tell you that she loves your books. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. And thank you, Omar. BRT just super chatted. $2. BRT, you are amazeballs.
Yes, he
I
is.
want to give you a super duper loving shout out to you for helping to donate with a super chat. You guys, please give BRT, Big Red Tower, some love in the comments as well. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's see. There's no super chat on the iPad. Oh, well, that's okay, Debbie. No worries. And you guys, don't worry. If you have no money to spare, then just give us your soul. We'll take that in exchange of your dollar bills.
the only way to access super chat is via a browser on a laptop or something like that. However, if you cannot access super chat via the YouTube app. However, if you download the app Puffin, you can go to youtube.com via Puffin browser and you can access super chat through there.
And of course, guys, don't forget to subscribe, because every single week we are here on Monday to talk about Asylum, and we will never let you down. And of course, hit the subscribe so you'll get the notification that we are live and talking about the Asylum.
So the episode starts out with Sister Jude asking Sam Goodman to investigate about Arden being a Nazi. So Sam starts mentioning Operation Paperclip, which was where Nazi scientists were given false identities from the OSS so they could freely work in the United States after World War II without, them being known as Nazis, obviously.
Right.
So Jim Brown arrives at the asylum to say Anne Frank from World War II is really his wife Charlotte, and he's become obsessed with Anne's story. So he takes her home, but he later returns to Briarcliff after she tried to smother their baby. So Dr. Arden tells
That was pretty
him,
freaky.
all
Yeah,
right,
she did that.
which I kind of liked it. That sounds weird. Let me keep going. I kind of liked it because it was just like you could see how much she'd been through. Like, she's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Totally insane.
Absolutely 100.
So Dr. Arden tells Jim that he's got a way to help Charlotte become a new woman, and that's a lobotomy.
That's so weird
and that
that
scene,
was the answer back then.
and that scene made me cringe. The sound effects were just, oh.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, Kit's asked by Thredson to record his admission of the murders on tape because Thredson is in Kit's head, making him believe Kit did it. So he claims that this will help Kit believe what really happened, as well as aid any future legal action to like permanently commit him and avoid the death penalty. Because if he pleads insanity, he can spend his rest of his life in Briarcliff instead of being killed.
Yeah, but prison, I think I would rather live in Briarcliff than go to prison. I don't know. That's actually a pretty good question to ask the people who are watching. What would you guys rather do at this point? Would you rather go to prison and be falsely convicted for a crime that you probably didn't commit? Or would you rather stay in Briarcliff? You have
I think
no other option
Briarcliff
except
for
those two.
me.
I would go with Briarcliff because I feel like if I'm just like a nice enough person, I can kind of stay out of trouble. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
And plus
but
the
prison is
upside, you get a
brutal.
single cell.
Well, until the end when they start packing 4 people into a cell.
True.
So the recording with Dredson's file um, is later used because Kit's arrested for the murders. So Arden tells Jude that he's pressing charges against her for allowing the patient to acquire a gun to shoot him and releasing rather than pushing the patient. Because she shoots him and then Jude just lets her go. You know what I'm saying? Um, so Jude expects to lose her job, so she leaves the asylum, which I thought was kind of weird. Am I right?
I hope she loses her job for that. I mean,
Because like I'm just thinking like if you're working at McDonald's and you expect to get fired, like I would at least steal some food first, right?
if you're working at McDonald's compared to working at Briarcliff.
It's pretty much the same thing, Mary.
Hashtag Briarcliff is McDonald's.
It's just a bunch of fat, sad people eating their brains out, food that's killing their brains, you
McDonald's
know?
is Briarcliff.
And then they lay down and go to sleep and then do it again.
Oh my God.
All
That's
the workers
awesome.
there are miserable and they're forced to make food. What
Yeah,
am I
but
saying?
somebody texted me when they got home from McDonald's
Oh, yeah,
yesterday.
that's true. Yes, last night I went to McDonald's.
Oh my God. I don't eat McDonald's. I
I
can't.
shouldn't, but ooh, those chicken nuggets.
Oh my God. I would rather eat dirt off the floor than eat from McDonald's.
Ugh.
I'm so sorry. It's like the same thing.
True. That sweet and sour sauce, though.
Oh my
I
God.
love sweet and sour sauce.
It's
Totally.
so good.
I don't eat fast food. So it's very rare that I will eat fast food. I just don't because my body just can't do that. It's so gross.
So Arden learns that Mary Eunice um, removed removed Shelley from his lab while he was wounded and was being treated at the hospital. He
Okay.
thinks that she's placed Shelley outside with the Raspers, but Shelley is actually found in the stairwell near a school playground. And
Oh, that's
that's
such
where you
a
see
gross
her all
moment.
zombified up.
Oh, that part. Those poor kids must have been
Yeah.
so scared.
And while we are right here, I am ready to give the book title just to keep a time switched.
Before you do that real quick, Casey, I want to say that BRT says that prison seems better than Briarcliff. Marchie K says Briarcliff just cuz. And
Just because.
R2BB8, I think what's the asylum because you're always drugged out there. So I guess you can always like stay in the haze.
True.
So Jake Perez wants to stay with Sister Mary Eunice, so Briarcliff. Jamario also gives the thumbs up to Briarcliff. And Andrew gives the thumbs up to Briarcliff. Let's see. Philip says, I would die. Chase exclamation point says, I'll rather be at the nut house than, I guess, prison. And let's see. Oh, darn it. Come on up. Philip just wants to stay at the motel. And let's see.
I love
think that's what we got
Omar's
for
comment. I'd
What's that?
rather eat burnt toast than McDonald's.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, okay. I just wanted to give those comments out real quick. Thank you guys so much for answering that. Yes,
Participating.
Casey, if you want to give out the book title, we would greatly appreciate it. And guys, I did update the description to include the link to Casey's Facebook page.
Woo!
You can DM
So
that to
the
him.
book this week is okay. So as usual, if you know, I always choose the thing that I think goes along best with the episode. And this week for our horror book, I chose Frankenstein by Mary Shelley because I thought that this scene in particular stuck out the most to me besides the ending. And I did think it kind of gave me a Frankenstein feel
Yeah,
because,
absolutely.
she
Perfect
looks,
choice, Casey.
thank you. She looks very zombified, obviously. And she does look a lot like Frankenstein's monster if you've seen any of the many, many Frankenstein movies. Um, So I just kind of thought it fit. So once again, the book this week is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Nice. Guys,
Good
don't forget to
one.
write that down, and you can please direct message that to Casey on Facebook. And you can also direct message the admins on Instagram at the Freaks of AHS. Direct message that title to them. Do it every single week, guys, every single episode. And like I said, every person who gets them correct will be entered in to get that $20 gift card.
And right now, I think there's about 10 people in the running. So even if you start entering now, just go watch the other 4 episodes and you should have a pretty good chance of winning. So, anyways.
And we do not discriminate against prior winners. If you are a former winner, you can still enter for this one as well. So I love Andrew's comment right here. Says McDonald's season 8.
Oh boy.
I don't think it would be fair to discriminate against previous winners. That seems like they've been here since the original,
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, keep going with the episode, Casey.
Back to the episode, y'all. So Thredson tells Lana she's rescued. She has to hide at his house until they can expose Briarcliff's secrets. So she becomes a little uneasy after seeing his homemade flesh lamp, his homemade flesh lampshade.
Yeah.
And a half
Which is a
fan.
throwback to Ed Gein, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is who is inspired off of that. Yeah. And you just missed that too at the beginning. I didn't really, I'm very observant in all these episodes, and I never caught that in the beginning. It just seemed like Oliver Thredson's house was like he has an obsessive compulsive disorder. Therefore, that explains all of the cleanliness, all of the feng shui, everything had flow, and there was space everywhere. He didn't like things to be out.
Right.
It just seemed very cold there. Like it didn't have any personality. There was no pictures of him
It
and
did
his
not
family
look
on the
lived
wall.
in.
The only
Yes.
thing I liked about his apartment was the fireplace.
Oh, that was cool.
The fireplace was totally back in that time and just perfectly set.
Yes.
So she excuses herself to find his hobby room down the hall, and he drops her through a trap door, which I thought was kind of funny. Like just the classic like horror movie cliche. It's just there's a lever trap door. So after she asked about the tools and drying skin, he drops her through the trapdoor.
Mhm.
So she wakes up later to find her chained to a floor near Wendy, her girlfriend's corpse. So Thredson is dressed in Bloody Face's clothes and asks her to kiss Wendy. And
Ew.
he says that she will not bite because he's removed her teeth to put them in his flesh mask he made.
Yeah,
And then he
that's
puts
a
it
total
on.
throwback to Ed Bean.
Yep. Oh God, let me clean out
Oh,
my.
R2BB8, guys, R2BB8 donated a super chat. I just want to say thank you so much, R2BB8. You are so sweet as well.
Very
Guys,
cool, thank you. And he had a great comment. He thinks the answers to Casey's question about Anne Frank is in the flashback. Her husband's flashback is like a television show. You even hear the sounds of an old TV for every new memory.
wait, let's see that. I think the answer to Casey's question about Anne Frank is in the flashback. Okay, her husband's flashback is like a television show, right? You even hear the sounds of it. So, meaning, I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe you need to explain that just a little bit, Tammy and R2BB8. Maybe I'm
Well,
missing.
maybe R2 can explain it a little more.
Okay. About
Hey, Ryan Murphy's in the chat.
Yeah, he's hanging around, just smoking weed, playing Nintendo. Thanks so much, Ryan, for being here. Omar, Ryan missed you. That is so awesome. Ryan, you are so awesome. We all miss Omar because Omar rocks. Now, Casey, I apologize. I went off on a tangent while you were giving us the rest of the um, Dr. Oliver
Nah, it happens
Gredson.
every week. It's fine.
I think we're famous for going off topic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is what we are known for. Anyway, where were we? Yeah. So he puts on the mask. So anyways, Charlotte, which is Anne Frank, is at home, and she, after having her lobotomy, she just seems like a normal wife and mother. She's fine.
I don't know if
She's
that's normal.
yeah, she's a little eerie, a little off. I think we all can get that. She's packed away most of her newspaper clippings. Just the usual stuff, except one,
Okay.
which is the newspaper clipping, and it zooms in, and it's a photo, and it's showing young Hans Gruber, which is Arthur Arden, and he's standing behind Adolf Hitler. And that is where, ladies and gentlemen, our episode ends.
So, okay, this is very controversial. What do you guys think? I thought that meant that she really was Anne Frank because he was Hans Gruber in the picture. Well, I mean, he wasn't necessarily Hans Gruber, but he was a Nazi.
Right.
So, if he was a Nazi and she was right,
Because
then
the time frame would be about right.
yes, her age is
It
accurate.
makes plenty of sense.
Ryan Murphy in the comments says, sometimes I just want to fly so I can shit on people like birds do. Oh, Ryan, you're insane. Very cheeky, very cheeky. What's up, Marin? Nice to have you here. Well, to me, I took it as that she was Anne Frank. That she was telling the truth the whole time.
Well, because even at the end, you want me to say it now or wait till we get to the end?
Well, don't spoil anything that hasn't happened before this episode.
Right.
Okay.
We're watching this as if we haven't seen the other ones.
Right.
True.
But I'm still not. I still haven't decided if I'm totally sure she's Anne Frank. Part of me feels like maybe she's just obsessed with the fact. I just don't know. I wish Orion would give us a definitive answer. I don't feel like he ever has.
Yeah, I don't think he has either.
If someone asked me now, do I think she's actually Anne Frank? I would say yes. But the only reason I would say that is because how worried Arthur Arden was when she came. I don't think he would have freaked out if she wasn't,
Well, King of Kings 2000 said that that's how they took it, that she was Anne Frank. And Marin said that I really believe she was Anne Frank because my theory is she was given the name Charlotte for some sort of safety or something, and flashbacks of her old life came back to haunt her.
Ooh, that's good.
Lisa Lee didn't think she was.
And
And
I've thought about
yes.
this a lot, and
Mhm.
the most reasonable explanation I could come up with, like as to why this would be unanswered, is that I think Ryan and Brad and all the writers, to my near, all of them, I think every season they always leave us with a few unanswered questions. And I think that's because they want us to fill in the gaps ourselves. So I think the reason we never found out, definitively is she or not, is because I think we're supposed to decide for ourselves.
See,
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
exactly what Debbie pretty much said in the comments. Debbie, Ebby, Bobebby. I love that name. She says, I think the whole Anne Frank thing is an unexplainable paranormal episode, and we shouldn't get a definitive explanation. So, yeah, Casey, it's like you say, we should just take it for ourselves of what the answer was. And Lisa Lee said that it was, oops, I actually knocked something off the desk. I'm sorry. Lisa Lee said that it was answered. So, Lisa Lee, what do you think was the answer? And Philip said that he loved the part when Jude was crying and that was a sad part, I guess, that touched him. I don't remember that part off the top of my head of when Jude was crying. No, I've just been so, I just didn't, this is the only time, I swear to God, guys, I will watch it every other time and not be so unprepared. This is the last week of the kids at school and they have strep and it's just, oh my God, it's been
Oh no.
insane. Been insane over here. So
So it looks like we're about 30 minutes into the stream. So I think we all know what that means.
time to get off topic again.
Candle talk!
Oh shit, no. No,
This is my new
no,
scent.
no.
It's from the Shimmer and Sparkle collection. It's a limited edition. Balsam and cedar.
Dear Lord up above, I don't ask you for much, and you know you haven't given me much, but please, please make Casey stop talking.
Casey, I bet that smells like where I live.
It's so good.
Pride Deluxe, Asylum was very well written. I mean, this was. I hope you enjoy your candle, Casey.
And I've got a new Illuma lid. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
One more thing.
Oh no.
Oh God. My sage and citrus is doing fine for all of those asking. Thank you. And that's all. Anyway, back to horror story.
Lisa Lee thought that Charlotte was crazy obsessed with Anne Frank, and that's what it meant. That she was just literally insane. Marin says, though, I love Casey's candles. The candles on his Snapchat are my fave. Oh my God, that's awesome. And
Thank you.
Marchie K says, Casey, the candle killer is back. A lot of people actually like these candles, Casey. So, oh my God. Right on. I'm so glad that you guys are relating to it. Because I am always just joking when I say things like that. So,
We know that.
Yeah. Well, some of them out there don't know that we're just, we're family and we're just joking. So
we are a family, and you guys are part of the family too. We're your crazy aunts and uncles and sisters and brothers and
K1 NGO says Mary needs a spray bottle to spray Casey whenever he talks about candles.
I don't think Mary wants to break another laptop.
No. And R2BB8 says Casey's Candles sounds like an awesome store name or like a show. Casey's Candle Show or something like that, Maybe Casey needs to become a candle blogger. Oh my gosh. I bet that's huge, Casey.
Well, when I build up the collection, I've already got a few videos planned for Friday.
No. It wasn't an inspiration, to say, hey, keep talking about candles. It was just a compliment. Let's move on. No, I'm just kidding.
I've already got a few videos planned for Friday, but
oh, cool.
One of them is about a movie I saw today.
What did you see today?
I went and saw the new Pirates of the Caribbean.
How was it? I mean, obviously we don't want you to spoil your video.
No. The best way to put it is it's my second favorite one.
Really?
But that's because I still think the first one outshines them all.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I agree with that completely.
And
All
that's our
right.
first movie we're going to be uh, viewing together on Burnt Toast this summer.
This Sunday on Burnt Toast for the very first weekly Sunday live stream of the summer, we'll be watching Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl together.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
And this
Nice.
Thursday on Burnt Toast, we'll be reviewing Orange is the New Black season 1.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I'll
Awesome.
get to be there.
Yeah, it's about to
Anyways,
come
back to
out.
Horror Story.
Yeah, so, all right. Now, if you guys want to, we'll talk about Asylum for the next 10 minutes. So at 9:40, we will switch it to a little bit more of current American Horror Story news, and then we can do shout outs, and then that's how we can end the episode if that's cool.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So where would we rank this episode amongst the other ones?
Oh my God, it still would have to be. God, it's hard to rank these episodes now because they are very good.
They're all good. They're all compact. There's lots of stuff going on. Yeah, it's hard
I
with this
still think
season.
episode 2 is my least favorite, just because I find that one just a bit slower. That was the Tricks and Treats one. Um, After rewatching it again, just to prepare for tonight, I think episode 3, Nor'easter, is my favorite.
That's a good one.
Um, Episode 1 or episode 4 would probably be after that, and then episode 5, which was tonight's.
Okay.
I found tonight's, besides the reveals, just a little bit slow for my taste tonight. I found tonight's episode just a bit slow, besides the dramatic ending.
I think it was meant, yeah, to kind of catch people up on some backstories because Philip, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, was giving me the answer to when Sister Jude was crying, and that's when her story was getting told with the guard at one point. And I just feel like an ass that I didn't watch the episode. I've just been so busy. So I promise, though, I will catch up. And
I also partly feel like maybe the reason this episode was just a bit slower is because I think the ending where we find out Threatzen was bloody face was to catch us off guard.
yes.
What did you guys think when you found out he was bloody face?
I remember the first time I saw it, it was very surprising. I figured something was off after they had left the asylum, but you know, you just kind of, it's like Ryan Murphy's great stuff. You just got to wait and see what happens. So I thought that was that's a twist,
Yeah.
you know.
I did not see it coming, and I was shook to the core. Which is
Nice.
so funny because every time I show someone American Horror Story and they get to this, they
Mhm.
never see it coming because they think he's Lana's saving grace.
Right. Like the sane person in an insane room, you know?
Exactly. It's like the one nice person turns out to be the craziest of them all.
Yeah.
And also after talking about it and everything with you guys last week and everything, I've kind of decided I think this happened an episode or two too early. I think they should have waited a bit to reveal that he was bloody face, maybe 1 or 2 episodes more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like 5 episodes in was just a bit too much.
Mhm.
I
I
would have
could see your point.
maybe waited till the end of episode 6 or 7, because I feel like most of the things that happen in 6 and 7 you could do before revealing the Threatzen bloody face thing. Because Threatzen kind of dips out for a bit right there until we see him again in, the last like 3 or 4 episodes.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I agree that maybe they would have waited, but I don't know. I don't know where else they could have really put that in. You know, because I mean, that was a nice little reveal right there. I mean, it really kind of hit you hard at that point.
Also, thinking about it now, the placing does make sense. He helps Lana escape after Jude's left the asylum.
True.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Um, Another thing I thought would be interesting to talk about was um, when we find out that Mary has put her outside of the children's school on the staircase.
Yeah,
Oh yes, that was just oh god,
those kids.
Shelly. And those kids and Shelly. I mean, my God, to see that and then for Shelly to, just be that. Oh my God, it's just still so. That was very brutal. That was a one part that was just
Great
hard.
makeup
Yes,
and
yes.
FX or whatever they call it. That was just unbelievable.
I was still a bit confused how she got there, though. Like, they obviously explained it, but I don't think they explained it enough. Like,
Right.
I think the big thing in television is in movies, the point of it is show, don't tell. I wish they would have shown us instead of told us.
Yeah.
Well, they did kind of tell us that Arden thanked her, but the impression I got was that she took her out to the woods, not the school.
Exactly. They told
Right.
us, but they didn't show us.
Right. And what they showed us obviously was totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think about Jude leaving the asylum? Um,
Uh, I honestly didn't think that would happen. I thought something would happen that would stop her from leaving. I thought this was a twist that I didn't see coming as well. I wondered, well, if she's leaving, how the hell is she going to be there in the asylum looking over things? And wouldn't that mean then that the devil is basically taken over Briarcliff? So
Pretty much, yeah. I kind of think she was ready to leave, though. I mean, because she went
Mhm.
straight to a bar, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe she was ready. Maybe she felt so guilty for what she's done in her past. I don't know if that's trying not to be a spoiler, but yeah, I think she was ready to be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
so it looks to be about 9:40.
All right, let's talk new American Horror Story news. And guys, if you missed the title to the contest, it was given out earlier. You'll have to go back and rewatch for it. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and check out Burnt Toast. I included some cards and stuff. I believe it's that information icon that is in the top right corner, but it's right there. You can click on to check out Burnt Toast, and then you can also check out the Beyond the Horror Asylum playlist for the other videos. So if you click on that little eye icon on the top right hand corner, you'll see that. And thank you so much to everybody who has donated in Super Chat. Again, your donations go to pay for the prizes. And again, the prize this season for Asylum is a $20 gift card from Amazon.
Yeah, Lisa,
So,
we made a good point. The doctor was on our wall where all her clippings were. Speaking of talking about Charlotte, and that's why she thinks that's how Anne knew who he was.
oh, that's genius, Lisa.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I was
genius.
going to
I
say
never thought
earlier,
about
but
that.
somebody stopped me. So because we weren't there at that point yet. So yeah, that's
Well,
what
I
I.
remember, Tammy, you were saying something about that at one point because you
Yeah,
pointed out his picture on her, and I was like, "What? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything." That was after. So if she had that up there after, still doesn't mean how. But now I see it,
now it
Tammy,
makes total
Lisa.
sense. Good job, Lisa.
Thank you so much, you two, for explaining that. Okay, you know what? Maybe I might have to change my mind now, judging as that because that's a pretty good point out, Lisa.
Because
That's how she knew
one
all
thing,
that.
Mary, if you notice, Ryan throws in a little bit of history in each season, and that's a big part of
Right.
history. So
Right.
it makes sense. At least to me, it does.
Yeah, everybody please give Lisa applause in the comments. That's a pretty damn good point, Lisa. So thank you again for that. I might actually have to rethink that. I mean, just because Charlotte was the same age as Anne Frank would have been if she was alive at that point, the years match up, and everything just matched up to that. That's how she knew Dr. Arden. But
Yep.
yeah, makes a lot more sense.
So
everybody's giving applause to Lisa.
I think the first bit of horror story news we should talk about is Cheyenne Jackson is confirmed for season 7.
Awesome.
We saw that. And I just want to say very quickly, Lisa says, if you're Anne Frank, you don't have to study your own past. That is brilliant,
Wow.
Lisa. That is awesome. Very good point. So
Comment
I think,
of the stream.
The night. Definitely.
Yeah,
I think
comment of the night.
Yeah, I think we can also definitely say then that, Casey, you were right about your theory that she was not really Anne Frank, that she was just somebody just crazy. But yeah, obviously she was. So thank you
I
very much,
still,
Lisa.
in the end, I'm still going to go with the fact that it's up to our imagination if she is or not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, back to it. Yes, guys. So Cheyenne Jackson has been pictured on set of American Horror Story. It's blowing up everywhere that they are filming. We've seen Sarah Paulson, Adina Porter, Evan Peters, Cheyenne Jackson, all of them in costume. And Evan Peters was the one with blue hair.
And K1,
I was right.
K1 just pointed out that Cheyenne posted a picture with Lily Ray, possible appearance in season 7.
King of Kings, where did he post that? Like Instagram or something? Because if he did, tell me. I want to go check it out. Because oh my god, I haven't seen that. Thank you again, Lisa Lee. You are amazeballs. Hashtag Lisa Lee is amazeballs. Okay, so I was right about Evan being the blue hair. We were right, guys. And
Adina Porter's coming back.
reporter. Yeah, she's like a reporter. She's interviewing him. So
my only thought though is about that, like, if she's a reporter, does that mean that, like, I hope it's not another season 6 where we only get to see her for 1 episode, like we did with Evan Peters, only 3 episodes.
Well, but she was there for a couple of good episodes, though.
I don't mean her. I mean just other actors in general.
Like Evan Peters will only be like a very short one, and so will she. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's true.
Here's the picture he posted on Instagram with Lily Rabe and his little baby.
Oh my God, Casey, that's awesome. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Wow. I bet you maybe she is on set. I thought she was doing a movie right now.
I would bet without a doubt she's in at least 1 episode for a hot minute, because
Jennifer, go ahead, finish up, Casey. Sorry.
I don't think she'd want to like ruin her reputation of being in all the other seasons. Like, even in Freak Show, she was only in it for 1 hot minute in episode 10.
But that was 1 good hot minute.
Oh, it was a good hot minute, but I mean, even if she only makes a cameo appearance this season, there's no doubt in my mind she'll at least be in a second of it.
Guys, you're also asking how many episodes are in season 7, and as far as I know, we do not have confirmation.
We've got a confirmation of 11 episodes.
Oh, thank you, Casey.
Okay, so I was 1 off. And Omar said 11 too.
Yeah, said 11. Thank you guys so much for that information. I see, if I don't have confirmation on that, I don't like to say that I know what the answer is. So thank you so much, guys, for that confirmation.
And of course, we've seen crackhead Evan Peters with a broken arm and blue hair.
I'm hoping that's leading up to like some purge thing. I'm still hoping and dreaming for a purge-like feel this season.
Definitely, in my opinion, his weirdest looking character.
He also had the crap beaten out of him in those pictures. He had black eye.
Yeah, he did.
That was some pretty great makeup.
And we saw Sarah Paulson. She kind of looked like his agent, maybe like his campaign manager. I don't know. But if these pictures do turn out to be part of the season, because there's some tiny part of me that still feels like Ryan's lying about the whole thing.
Yeah, that could be what they're shooting is the end of the season, or like maybe in the final episode, or it could be in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
And possibly he had the crap beaten out of him one night due to a result of an election and some new laws that were passed. That's my first inclination, is that, let's say the new person elected passed some sort of discriminatory law, and Evan had the crap beaten out of him. With that blue hair, he looked to me like he was in the dress that he was wearing, or not that he wasn't wearing a dress, but I'm saying the attire.
Yeah.
That really tells a lot. I really need to go back and scrutinize those photographs. But once you look at the attire, the surroundings, you can kind of tell the situation and of the class of people. So I don't want to be like class, but you can kind of get background from what they're wearing and stuff.
We've got our icy white hair for Billy Lord.
Yep. Philip likes your haircut, Casey.
Thank you. So I think we haven't got much for season 7, but I think
I was just gonna say we only have 4 more months to go. So
September 6th.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that because we're already at the end of May. So we just have June, July, and April. Or June, July. Oh my God,
April?
we have June, July, August. We just have literally like 3 months and just like a week. I'm sorry, my daughter was back there coughing. I was trying to listen to her and talk at the same time. Sorry. So we literally have like 3 months and a week until season 7 premieres. And that's exciting.
Everything seems pretty promising to me for season 7.
It does look good.
It seems like they're still going to really, we know that it's got a political, but I just don't think that's what the election is going to be the actual title, like Roanoke, Murder House, Asylum.
It would not
I think
fit.
it's going to be something else.
I don't think it is. I love to know what it is called, obviously.
I think something's going to happen to Evan that is going to need him to take his case to the Supreme Court, maybe to the president. And it just doesn't fly. I just don't think the entire thing is going to be about an election.
Right.
And Billy Lord is going to be Ivanka Trump, and Sarah Paulson will be Clinton. I don't think anything like that.
I think most, if not all, characters will be fictional characters, possibly some of them based off, but with name changes, obviously, in the show. Because Kit and Alma are based off Barney and Betty Hill in real life. So I think all the characters are fictional with maybe some tiny pieces based off, real life people.
Jamario, we don't really know exactly where the show is going to say that this season's going to take place. So we are kind of still in the dark about that. I don't know if Ryan said that specifically it's going to show Florida. It's going to say Florida. So I'm not 100% positive about that. So I don't want to.
We know they're filming in Florida at least.
Yes. And I know I don't want to say that he has said that it will take place necessarily in Florida.
And wasn't it about this time last year, Casey, we were both searching for Horror Story for, last season, and they started doing the promo. So I'd like to say thank you to Mary for me finding her.
Absolutely.
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
But weren't they doing promos already for Roanoke about this time, or was that more in June?
I think it was,
yeah, I think it was in June.
I want to say, June, but I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I remember every Tuesday they were leaking a teaser at like noon.
Except we got 6 the first day.
Right. Omar says that he'll be so pissed off if the freaks don't appear in season 7. I agree, Omar. Ryan has said this for a long time now, and he still backs it up that the freaks will be in season 7. Now, he better come through on that because I'm going to be pissed if he doesn't, because that's just going to be a lie.
Yeah, we're not sure, Marin. We hope that they will be.
Yes.
Guys, I don't know exactly how to Stranger Things, the whole first season came out July 15th, and Mary was watching Stranger Things, marathoning it when the first 6 ones came out, which means it was at least into July. We didn't till we got something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Casey knows time by shows.
Yes, he does.
it.
Should start calling him the White Rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
I'll be
Omar says that it was June. He specifically remembered it. The freaks come out at night, says Chase exclamation point. I love that song. The freaks come out at night.
Wouldn't it be interesting if Evan was actually related to the freaks or something? I don't know.
Yeah, like in the long run, like kind of like Jimmy and Dot. That's how he looks like him. It
Yeah.
depends. If it's present day, yeah, he would be an extension, like a great, like a grandson or something.
Also, I don't know.
And Margie,
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, Margie K says season 2 of Stranger Things comes out October 31st.
Halloween. I don't know if anyone else is getting this, but if Evan has blue hair and Billy has white hair, something tells me someone's gonna have red hair.
Red hair.
Red, white, and blue. Maybe that's the title.
That's what Ryan said on Instagram. Red, white, and blue clue.
Tammy.
Ryan,
Red, white,
Tammy.
Ryan put that on. Ryan said
well,
that. On
I didn't
Instagram.
know he said that, Casey. That just popped in my head.
So what if the red, white, and blue, those are the 3 main characters of this season? Evan, Billy Lord, and then the person who has the red hair. Some Marcy K says Sarah has reddish hair. And you're right, Marcy K, but I think we're looking
Sarah doesn't have red hair in these pictures.
I think we're
Casey
looking
looked
for
them over really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah doesn't have red hair in these pictures. In one of them, she's holding food, which she appears to be bringing to Evan, and she's just wearing a blue hoodie.
Maybe she's his lawyer.
Could be.
Could be. I just don't think.
Really good. That red, blue, Tammy. I love that.
I don't see her. That she
I like
would
it
be
too.
his lawyer because she's wearing like a headset piece.
More like a reporter.
I also don't think reporter either. I think she might be something along the lines of like a campaign manager or an agent for Evan.
That makes sense. Craig Alex wants to know if we should expect promotion to start next month.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think we're looking more in August, to be honest, since we're getting it in September.
I would say
a good 4 solid weeks of promotion.
I say we're gonna start
July.
Yeah, July. If they don't do any teasers in June, I'll be surprised. And if they don't, that definitely means July.
Well, maybe we could get the first teaser on 4th of July.
That would be nice. Red, white, and blue.
Tammy, that's
I'm
so good
tonight, right?
Tammy, you're on a freaking roll, honey.
On Instagram, Ryan said exactly what he said. I'm looking at it right now. Is American Horror Story season 7, and then the colon red, white, and blue clue when he posted Evan's hair.
See, that's got to be the title.
Tammy's an American Horror Story theme sleuth. Nice.
Hey, I'm trying.
What's
hey,
up,
Murder Hotel. Jinx.
Thank you, Murder Motel. I'll totally take your soul. Don't worry, though. We're just going to go on some rides on some unicorns and eat lollipops. I don't know. I would never.
This is awfully strange because I'm reading an article right now that came out just 10 days ago on the 17th, so 12 days ago. And even though they're filming, Angela Bassett doesn't know if she's returning for season 7.
Do you think she's doing that on purpose?
I'm not sure, but she says she ensures viewers that its upcoming political storyline is gonna be wild.
Well, guys, it's 9:55. If you would like a shout out, please put it into the comments for me so I can shout you out. That's a really good point, Casey. That makes me frightful now. Do you think then that Angela Bassett isn't going to be in this season?
Well, she's got that new show that Ryan wrote
911.
Yeah.
911.
Hey, Chase exclamation point says that Tammy is the leader of the Scooby Gang at Tammy and Mary.
Scooby Hoover.
Hey, you're like our Fred. Fred was like, or Wilma. Wilma was the sleuth. That's right.
Hey, I'd totally go down with no, not Velma. Yeah, Velma. No.
Velma, that's it.
Her name is Velma.
Yes.
Yeah. I liked her.
Okay.
Gosh, what was I gonna say?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Daisy.
Oh no, I lost it. No. Um, I don't. I think there's a good chance Angela's not in this season.
Okay.
But I once again, I think just like Lily, there's a good chance she could just have a cameo role.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess we'll know. We're getting photos leaked from the sets, which is really cool that they're not keeping it closed like they did last season. So that's
I don't want to go through that again. I really, really don't.
oh God, truth.
I mean, it was kind of cool, but after, the 20th time,
It was annoying as hell.
yeah.
What
All
was?
right, guys.
Sorry.
Debbie said a shout out to the devil.
Yeah, I was. Casey, we were talking about waiting for the theme for season 6.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of got our answer. We're not gonna get the theme for season 7 before it comes out, but we are gonna get bits and tidbits of information.
Yeah.
That's what Ryan meant by a secret theme, kind of. We're not gonna get the title, but we'll get more information than season 6, and we already have.
All right, guys.
Well,
Oh, well,
the 4th of July is on a Tuesday, and the show usually airs on a Wednesday. So maybe we'll get a clue then.
And our
I
air
don't know.
date's September 6th, so.
All right, well, let me go on ahead and give shout outs. I want to say shout out to Marchie K, Thomas Perry, Jennifer Conley, Marin.
Shout out to you candle lovers out there.
I always think of, every time I see Marin's name, I think of The Exorcist, whenever little Linda Blair shouts out, Marin.
Oh, and we forgot how great Sarah's screams were in this episode.
Shout out to Lexi. Shout out to Debbie, who shouts at the devil. Right on. Cry Deluxe. Love the fact that you stay up late to watch these. You're awesome. Shout out to you. Shout out to BRT, and shout out to Maisie. I know that she wasn't here tonight, but she will be again, guys. R2BB8 says Jinkies. So shout out to you, R2BB8. Shout out to Jim Mario. Murder Motel, who says, one day you'll meet Sophia and you can have a GNO. I don't know what that means. Murder motels. But I'll take it all the same.
Nothing anyone says in the comments or we say makes sense, Mary.
Margie K says, I'm sorry, I can't give you my soul. I don't own one. Well, that's okay, Margie K. That certainly explains why you're in the comments section and watching our show. All right, guys. Any more shout outs here? Oh, shout out to Philip. An amazing, huge, unforgettable shout out to Mr. Omar, my OG sub.
Oh, and there's one last thing I'd like to talk about with you guys before we go.
What's up? It's got to be quick.
American Crime Story. Why are we getting so much promotion for season 3 when we haven't gotten a single tidbit for season 2?
Exactly.
So weird.
Right?
It is really weird. Guys, Francis and Mr. Omar, I am finally doing a little bit better, guys. Thank you so much for asking. Once you see me, you'll see how much weight I've unfortunately lost being so sick.
Oh, honey.
So, yeah, I probably wasn't very healthy.
And now all the kids are sick.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But shout out to you, Philip, and guys, we love you so much. We will be back next Monday to talk about episode 6 of Asylum. And then, of course, we'll be back on Wednesday for the weekly Wednesday live stream. And
every Sunday at 9 p.m., we're going to be watching a movie with y'all. So on Burnt Toast, come do that with us.
Yes, guys, go to Burnt Toast.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
They are, the link to their channel is in the description, and it's also in the end cards as well of the show.
Sorry, guys, if you hear the dogs barking.
And in the info when you click on the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to come back. And we love you all so much for being here. Thank you so much to Tammy and Casey, of course.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you all so much. Good night.